Okay, this how-to video is going to go through the design workflows, which was a new feature that Cadence added a part of 17.2 QIR5, which was hotfix 31. And you'll notice you'll get this design workflow tab that then appears when you start the tools. So first things first, this is a typical kind of workflow, the same as the options, the view, the visibility, the command window, so it can be taken onto a second monitor. It can be docked on top of the other one so you can physically see what's going on. So the workflows basically are a quick and easy way for you to locate menu commands. You can actually go through and create your own workflow, which I'll come to a little bit later. But this allows you to effectively set up a typical sort of steps that you would go through in a design, and then you would just start at the top and just work your way through all the different commands. Rather than kind of using the icons, trying to work your way through the menus to find out which command you specifically want to do, you can actually customize these to look at these. So if I look under here, manual routing, click on Add Connect, look at the options pane, that Add Connect command has then effectively been invoked, rather than me kind of coming on using the icon over here or using the root connect command. So there's a couple of user preferences for this, so we'll go to Setup, User Preferences, and if we look under Paths and Editor, there's a workflow path. So if I wanted to have my own workflow, I've got a workflow path here, and if we just expand the workflow path, it's going to look in a local directory. So if I can just go to that directory here, so I've got a local Cadence PCB workflows. There's some XML files, so these are the two that I've generated. There's a Parallel Systems PCB Editor one and a Parallel Systems Symbol Editor one. So I'll just open that up with an HTML file. You can see these are set up into there's a setup area, which is the folder name, and then the specific commands that you work through, so for constraints, and then the commands that you want, and then the command that's actually run to launch that function inside PCB Editor. So if I actually look at this design workflow, let's go to the Parallel PCB Editor one. So typical flows, I've got design parameters, grids, colors. I can expand the constraints and then the different constraints. So set up this is like a setup area. I've got set up a board outline, placing components, routing and the copper shapes, and then what I want to do from a manufacturing point of view, what I want to do from an output manufacturing point of view, and they're just some useful commands that you can use in between when you're making a board. We go to the Parallel Systems web page, so we'll go to user guide, so it's parallel-systems.co.uk. There's a guides link along the top, and then what we want to look for app note number 71, how to customize workflows in PCB Editor. This would talk you through what you need to do effectively to make these changes. There's examples, and then right at the very bottom there's a link to go and download the two samples that I've done.